and I am showing you how to go from daytime to nighttime. So what I'm going to do is just jazz up my eyes. I'm going to leave the rest of my face the same. So I'm going to keep the same blush that I had on. I'm going to keep obviously the same foundation that I had on, and my eyebrows will not be changing. But I'm going to change my eyes, and I changed my lips. So this is an easy way to go from daytime to nighttime using the makeup that you used earlier in the day. Anyway, so this is Garnet, and I'm actually going to use this on the outsides of the outside corners of my eyes. So I did pink earlier. I'm going to stick with that same theme. So Garnet is actually like a reddish brown, so it goes really well with the pink colors. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to add like some glitter to jazz up my eye. So I'm taking the wand and I'm taking the brush, and I'm just getting a little bit on my brush. And then I'm going to dab that on a washcloth or a towel, just because I really don't want an excess of makeup, like an excess of color. So I'm going to go in a V. So I go along the lash line, and then I go up the crease right here on the outside corner, and then fill that in. And I still ended up with more color than I wanted. So then I'm just going to blend this out. Just trying to find a fluffy brush so that I can blend this. So I'm just using my finger in the fluffy brush, and I'm just blending that into the colors that are already there. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that mulberry and just go over that, just to give it a nice even blended look. I'm actually going to go in with another color in the center here, so it'll blend right in and it's not going to look crazy. So I'm going to get a little bit of that mulberry on my brush. And I'm just going to take that and blend it back in up in this crease. So mulberry is what I used in the crease before. I'm just going back in with that same color and blending that in. So you can see now already it's a more dramatic eye than this eye, which is more of a daytime eye. So got that little V going on. Could get that blended in. So again, this is Garnet in the corner of my eye. Then I'm going to take mulberry. I'm going to go in this crease and fill in with that mulberry. So I am going to go in with a little bit of rose gold glitter on my lids. Rose gold glitter is, so you can see, it's a pink glitter. So the glitter particles in rose gold glitter are quite large. So I'm actually going to put a little bit. This is actually a pearlizer tester of the Advanced Anti-Aging, which is a little bit cooler. It's a little bit more pink. The Make Sense Original is a little bit more orangey. So I'm going to go in with this Advanced Anti-Aging formula. And I'm just going to put a little bit right here on my lid. And then I'm going to spread that out with my fingertip. Because this is a little bit more chunky, this will be a good way to put it on and keep it in place. And then I'm going to use the wand also to do the rose gold glitter shadow. So I don't normally use the wand, but because I want it to be a little bit more concentrated on my eyelid, I'm using the wand. It's going to give me a more concentrated color. So see how that turned out? Now, if I had spread that with a brush, it would have gone on in a more sheer fashion. I'm going to let this dry. I know I look really goofy, but I have hooded eyes, and so if I close my eyes right now, it's all just going to end up in my crease, and you're not going to even be able to see it. So I'm just going to let that dry for a second. While that's drying, I'm going to get ready to do the other eye. So again, same thing. And so these are testers, and that's why it's in such a small bottle. But I like the wand for this purpose today. That's why I used the tester. And then same thing, I'm going to go in with the color with the wand right over top of that. So by adding that pearlizer there, I just gave this glitter something to stick to that was already wet. You don't have to do that. Just the particles in this rose gold glitter are a little bit larger, and it's harder to get them to stick. So it just gave them something to stick to. That's all. That's all it was doing. So we'll get those nice and dried. So you can see the difference. I now have the garnet on the outside, the rose gold glitter on my lids, still the mulberry, and the pink opal shimmer is what I used for highlight. It's still there. So I'm actually going to go in and highlight my cheekbones, which I did not do earlier because I was doing a little bit more of a subdued look, right? It was our daily, like, everyday color, and I just didn't, I wasn't feeling the highlight for that. However, I am going to go in with Sandstone Pearl Glitter. So if you remember earlier, I used Sandstone Pearl Shimmer on my eyelids. So I'm going to go in with the Sandstone Pearl Glitter, and I'm going to highlight right here above my cheekbones. So my blush today was the Silver Rose powder, which has shimmer in it. So this is just going to give me just a little bit of an extra highlight right up here, right above my cheekbones, which is going to make my cheekbones look higher and give me the illusion of light hitting them. So a little bit more on this one. And then a little bit more up here on the other side. Then I'm going to do right on the end of my nose and right above my lip on my Cupid's bow, which will just make my lips pop and make them look more bowed, I guess. I don't know what that word would be. So that's how I went from day to evening. One more thing, I'm going to change my, so I'm going to leave the eyeliner that I already have the eyeliner pencil on. I'm going to take Onyx, which is our black shadow, and I'm going to line my eyes with Onyx over top of the eyeliner pencil that's already there, which is just going to make that line a little bit crisper and a little bit more dramatic. So I'm just using a small smudge brush. You can see it's super thin. And I'm just getting some product on the very end of that brush. And then I'm just going to go in and right along the edge here. So when I applied my rose gold glitter, I was careful not to apply on the line that I already had. I already had the pencil liner there, so I already had something to go by. But I was careful not to apply that on there so that when I applied my liner, it wouldn't be difficult to apply over top of that glitter, because sometimes it's hard to apply liner over glitter. So I was just really careful about that when I did it, knowing that I was going to be applying liner over top of there. And you can see that just gives me a little bit of a crisper line than what the black brown pencil did. Now, if you have a black pencil, it's probably going to be just as good as the black, the shadow. I just happen to have the black brown, which is a little bit more subtle. It's more of a brownish color. And I'll get that on there. So I'm just kind of tapping this in, and then spreading a little bit as I get in there. The more you practice with a smudge brush or any eyeliner brush, the better you're going to get. So it's really just a matter of going in and practicing. So there you go. That gives me a little bit more of a dramatic look than I had with just the regular liner. So there we go.